Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. It seems to become another boring weekend, boring Saturday maybe. Price hasn't really moved a lot. It reacted to the resistance area I showed you in the previous video, but besides that, not much price action. Quick reminder, where are we? What is the situation? Had a few questions, are we in an overall bullish scenario? Yes, we are clearly. I do say that from time to time. Well, not from time. Every couple of days, we basically look here at the 4-hour chart and take a look at the movement of the November lows, and we clearly see an impulse to the upside in February, in a wave 1, then a wave 2 to the downside. Here another 1-2 setup in yellow, which would be the wave 1 and the wave 2 of the larger degree third wave, then fourth and the fifth. That is how it should bring us higher. Not necessarily in a very easy and straightforward way. I think it's going to be a rocky road. I mentioned that before, but certainly at the moment, Bitcoin's price is not faltering. It's not collapsing. We're holding support levels, and it seems as if Bitcoin and the bulls are building a structure for further highs. That can change, but until we have a break of support, we have no evidence for that. I talked about that today in Ethereum's video, I think in the Ethereum video, that we need to live in the present. We can only trade in the present. We can only analyze in the present. We can only look at what we, analyze what we see on the chart instead of speculating what could happen tomorrow, what could happen in half a year or whatever. Sometimes I get the questions, what do you see happen in August or September? I mean, I don't have the crystal ball, right? The key to analyzing and trading is to stay in the present, adjust quickly if the market needs us to, if the market tells us to, we have to react. Nobody's trying to predict here necessarily the movements over the next few weeks. We look at what is happening right now, and that gives us some projections and possible targets. The key is we are currently in an uptrend, okay? We're holding bullish support levels. Yes, at the same time, we are below, we are below important resistance, and we can see that here. Let's take that out. We can see that here on the daily chart. If you look at this, we've had here resistance back in June last year, 12 months ago, same price range, yeah? I think that is one of the reasons why we're just consolidating right now. This was also here around about 31K, yeah? The same price range. We spent, well, from the 10th of May roughly till the 10th of June, 4 weeks in this range. Now, it's pretty similar to what we're doing now. This is only 2 weeks so far. Let's see if we get a few more weeks. We certainly could do. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, right? And we are below resistance, but as long as we're holding support, we don't need to flip bearish. Yeah, we can flip bearish below support. Be aware, of course, risk management always is important, but the analysis doesn't necessarily give you the trading tactics that you need. It gives you the tools that you need to develop your strategy and tactics and risk management. What I mean is, if someone, for example, used our support areas to buy, yeah, and they were successful, this one here, and I also highlighted in the membership back in November that I bought down here. So let's say someone bought this, and this. Then, price has basically doubled since November. It is only reasonable to take profits, decent profits, okay? But that doesn't mean we are going to go bearish, but we could do because price has doubled. So why not take some of those profits? Traders always need to pay themselves. But at the moment, until it starts to falter, until it starts to break through support levels, we have no evidence that we're going bearish. Therefore, we're focused on the upside because anything could happen, yeah? I see the most bearish scenarios with Bitcoin going below 10K. And while it is, of course, possible, anything is possible. Bitcoin could also go to 100K. Now, is this likely? Yes. But is it likely tomorrow? Probably not, So live in the present. That's very important. Look at the trend. And at the moment, the trend is clearly up. Anybody who's been following doom and gloom predictions over the last few months has massive opportunity costs by possibly having missed on this nice upside here, which we've been tracking with tradable setups. Just want to mention that because I often get the question, what do you think could happen? Could this, what's the probability of breaking through resistance? As long as support is holding, we focus on higher. It's very simple. Don't overcomplicate things. It's quite simple. But if things break down, then we need to adjust. And that is one of the things that is very, very important. Not to be biased, but to always follow the market. We can only react to what we see. Okay. So we still are in this situation where we see that this wave 2 bottomed here on the 15th of June. And we are now pushing higher here. We have a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. The wave 4 might still be in the making, and one more wave 5 to come. This is still the primary scenario. Nothing has changed. I know it's boring. I still have to repeat it because we have new viewers, and it's important to bring across the message, and I can't leave things out. Okay, so I have to repeat it. But you know what? It's always the same thing. As long as we're holding support here, we can expect one more high. And I think the movements to the upside that we've seen here on the 23rd of June and also yesterday, they allow for 5 waves up to be counted. So in an alternative count, wave 5 could have been here on the 23rd of June or even here yesterday, but they were too short to be reliable. So I primarily still look for one more high in a wave 5. Looks like we're currently in this ABC structure. I explained that in the last video as a possible running flat maybe. And that one more tiny low is expected here, certainly, as long as we stay below 30,630. A break above that would at least increase chances that we do another breakout attempt in wave 5. Now, the move of the move up here, intraday rally, has been fairly corrective. So one more low is still anticipated at this stage in wave C of 4. Support would be around 29,080 if we drop once more. And then below 28,550, we would not turn bearish, but I would assume that we are then in the wave 2 instead of the wave 4. Okay, that we're already in the deeper pullback. But yeah, so either one more high and then pullback in wave 2 and then rally, or direct pullback and then rally. Those are the two main scenarios, both valid as long as we're holding 26,190. If we break below 26,190, but we're far away from that, then we would have to adjust the overall assumption here. Again, not necessarily bearish on the main chart, but short-term more bearish here. So we hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.